Hello, today we are going to be creating a Gmail account from scratch. So first go to whatever your favorite browser is, go to gmail.com, and it takes us to the login screen if you've ever logged in before. And you can log in, or below that there's a create account button. So let's click on that, and it takes us to the create a Google account, which includes Gmail. So this will probably take about 2 minutes. If you create a Gmail account, it'll automatically allow you to have access to these other features: Chrome, Google searching, Google Maps, YouTube, etc. So first off, put in your name. If this is going to be your main email, a good idea is to do your first name and your last name here, the actual first and last name, and then here type in first name, last name without spaces or capitalizations, and then your email address will be first name, last name at gmail.com. That's usually a somewhat professional way to do it. You could also do first initial, last name, or just your initials, but that probably will already be chosen. So fill in the name. I'm just typing in generic user, uh, and because it's not a real account necessarily. So for username, I'm just going to do Matthew W's. Actually, let me show you something first. If I just typed in Matthew, it'll tell me someone already has that username. So it's important to remember that with emails, there can only be one address. Just like for house addresses, there can only be one house that has your street number, your street name, your state, zip code, etc., because the post office has to know how to reach exactly you. It's the same thing with email. So you need to choose a name that's somewhat unique. So that's why I suggested first name, last name, and then if that doesn't work, first initial, last name. If I tried to do Matthew 10, it would tell me that someone already has that username, because there's a lot of people with the name Matthew who've tried to create user accounts in Gmail. So yeah, just be aware of that. For now, I'm just gonna say Matthew W's tutorials, since my YouTube channel is Matthew W's vids. So it tells me that that hasn't been created. Next, you're going to have to create a password and then confirm the password. Let me just do that now. So I typed in 5 characters. Notice that it says it's too short. So I have to add a couple more. Still too short. I think I'm at 7. I get up to 8 and it tells me I have a strong password. Let me actually, I don't think that. Okay. It's hard to type a password and continue to talk at the same time. So after you've chosen your password and confirmed it by typing it in a second time, and then probably write this on a piece of paper somewhere, unless it's something that you know you're not going to forget, because you definitely don't want to lose that. um, so next, once you've done it like logged in like 10 or so times, you'll remember it. But for now, yeah, probably write it down. Choose your birth date. For this account, I'm just going to choose a generic one. And then your gender. Putting in your phone number is optional, but you might want to do this just because in case someone were to accidentally hack your email address, or you left it logged in somewhere and they changed your password, having your phone number here allows Google to send you a text so that you can reactivate your account or change the password from your phone. So it's like an added layer of security. It'll ask what your current email address is. So if you have one, type it in. If you don't, I think just having the phone number there will be fine. Let's try not adding it in and see if they say anything. So then they're going to ask you to prove you're not a robot by typing in whatever is in this little image. So for us, I think it's 1356. What's your location? If you're not in the US, choose whatever country and then agree to the Google Terms of Service and Privacy Policy. Click Next Step, and right now I'm not going to save it. Ooh, my passwords did not match. So I must have typed in a different character in one of them. So I have to retype that in. Okay, hopefully they'll match this time. It didn't say anything about the email yet, so that's good. We have to retype in the verification, 380, and next step. Okay, so we've created a Gmail account. So now you just click continue to Gmail. Oh yeah, up here, this is where you can access your account settings. And this is if you have any alerts. If you sign up to Google Plus, they'll send you information like if you've added new people, added new friends, or gotten updates or comments on your picture or stuff like that. And then here are a lot of Google's apps. So your account, search, maps, YouTube, Google Play if you have an Android device, and then calendar and other stuff. You can actually scroll down and see more, and then click on this if you want to see even more stuff from Google. But anyway, that'll always be up in the top right hand corner of your screen. Let's continue to Gmail. So it is continuing. It'll log you in, and then you get this nice welcome to Gmail generic because it thinks my first name is generic. So if you want, you can go through this tutorial that kind of teaches you the first like 4 or 5 things about Gmail. I'm not going to do it because I'm pretty much showing you most of this stuff anyway. So I'm just going to exit out of that, and then it takes you to your home screen, and it tells you other things that they suggest you do, like choose a theme, learn how to use Gmail, import contacts and mail, get the app for your mobile device, or change your profile image. These are all things we can do in later videos, but for right now I'm just going to exit out of that. And it says if you want to do setup, you can always click on this thing and go to settings, or configure your inbox, do all this stuff, go to Gmail setup. Anyway, so we've set up an email account, and this is now where you'll be whenever you want to compose a message or do anything Gmail related. Notice that there's the primary, there's the social tab, and there's the promotions tab. And what Gmail tries to do is automatically sort emails that are maybe important into this tab, emails that are from like Facebook or other social sites into this tab, and then promotions, offers from different companies or things you get weekly, ads for a grocery store or whatever, into this tab. If you wanted to add some more, it allows you to add an updates tab and a forums tab if you get a lot of blogs. But for right now, we're just going to leave it like it is. So that is pretty much how to create a Google account or a Gmail account. Tune in next time and we'll cover more features of Gmail. Thanks a lot.